Okay, if you're a pet parent, look, you already know the struggle. Muddy paws, those totally unexpected accidents, the inevitable 3 a.m. cat vomit. Oh, and the endless battle against shedding fur. Honestly, it can kind of feel like having a pristine home and a happy pet are just two completely incompatible concepts. But I'm here to tell you, based on some absolutely fantastic insights we're diving into today, that you definitely don't have to compromise. Not at all.
So, the big question we're tackling in this explainer, do you really have to choose between your furry best friend and a beautiful living space? It's a dilemma that plagues pretty much every design-conscious pet owner out there. We all want that warm, inviting texture on our floors, right? But that lingering fear of permanent stains and odors just holds us back. Well, good news. You can absolutely have both. It really all comes down to acting quickly and, most importantly, setting yourself up for success from the very beginning. Here's the roadmap for our explainer today. We'll be walking through the whole pet-friendly rug dilemma, how to choose the right material, daily and deep cleaning routines, minimizing pet damage, and finally, the absolute magic of the enzyme cleaner secret. All right, let's jump straight into part 1, choosing the right material and setting yourself up for success. Your absolute first line of defense in keeping your floors clean is simply buying the right type of rug right out of the gate. Because let's face it, not all fibers are created equal when it comes to standing up to claws and paws. When we look at the big four materials, wool and polypropylene really emerge as your heavy-duty champions. If you want something that can handle heavy traffic, wool is just a fantastic, thick, dense material that literally bounces right back after being compressed. And polypropylene, that's your budget-friendly synthetic option that is incredibly moisture and mildew resistant. Seriously, it's so tough, you can even use it outdoors. Now there's a really stark contrast between durable, water-repellent wool and highly absorbent jute. Jute can honestly be a total nightmare for pet accidents. Wool actually has natural water-repellent properties, meaning liquid just kind of sits on the surface a bit longer, which gives you crucial time to react. But jute, while it has this gorgeous earthy texture that looks amazing in a living room, it's basically a giant sponge. If your pet has an accident on a jute rug, it absorbs instantly and is incredibly difficult to clean out. So rule of thumb, jute is strictly for homes with perfectly trained pets. Then we have cotton, which is a really great backup option for low-traffic areas like bedrooms, simply because, and this is a huge plus, it is wonderfully machine washable. Now, while cotton doesn't pack the rugged durability of wool or the heavy-duty stain resistance of synthetic polypropylene, the sheer relief of just being able to pick it up, toss it in the wash, and have it come out looking brand new, that makes it a total lifesaver for dealing with occasional pet messes. Moving right along to step 2, daily and deep cleaning, or your routine maintenance. Okay, so even if you've purchased the most durable, stain-resistant rug on the market, you still have to put in a little elbow grease to maintain it. The magic number to remember here is 2. You really must vacuum at least twice a week, ideally using a vacuum with a HEPA filter, or honestly even daily if you have a heavy shedder. Why so often? Because pet hair, dirt, and dander don't just sit politely on top of your rug, they work their way deep down into the fibers. Vacuuming before all those allergens settle deep into the rug is absolutely critical. And that HEPA filter, that's key because it actually captures the pet dander instead of just blowing it right back out into your room's air. Now, when an accident inevitably happens, you've got to follow this strict 3-step protocol. Blot immediately, never ever rub, and gently apply a pet-safe cleaner. I really cannot emphasize that second step enough. Our first instinct when we see a spill is to scrub at it like crazy, right? But rubbing actually forces the stain deeper into the rug fibers, basically making it permanent and damaging the material itself. You just want to press down firmly with a clean cloth to absorb the moisture. Oh, and remember, every few months you'll also want to do a deep clean using a carpet cleaner to pull out the embedded dirt that your regular vacuuming misses. All right, on to part 3. Let's talk about minimizing pet damage with some clever environmental hacks. You know, sometimes the absolute best offense is a good defense. You can actually structure your living space and your pet's routine to drastically lower the risk to your beautiful rugs. These are just simple adjustments like strategic placement, investing in rug pads, and keeping those nails trimmed, but they will significantly extend the life of your rug. Think about it. If you have a formal living room that your pet rarely even enters, well, that's the perfect spot for your more delicate pieces. For the rugs they do zoom across, a rug pad is a must-have. It stops the rug from sliding under racing paws, which reduces wear and tear, and it adds a waterproof barrier to protect your hard floors underneath. And of course, keeping their nails trimmed stops that familiar click-clack sound on your floors and prevents them from snagging and fraying the fibers. It's truly a win for your rug and a win for your pet's comfort.
And now we reach the climax of our explainer. Section 4, the enzyme cleaner's secret. This is your ultimate weapon. Listen, if you take only one thing away from today, please let it be this next concept. Just forget everything you know about traditional household surface cleaners when it comes to your pets. The American Kennel Club points out exactly why traditional chemical cleaners fail so miserably, while enzymatic formulas permanently eradicate stains. See, traditional cleaners, they just try to cover up the smell with a heavy floral or citrus scent, but to a dog or cat's highly sensitive nose, that original biological marker is still right there, screaming for their attention.
So, the crucial scientific concept here is that these enzymatic cleaners actually use beneficial bacteria to eat the organic matter and complex molecules. It is literal biological warfare on the stain. It's amazing. You apply the formula, and these enzymes just get straight to work, breaking down the urine, feces, or vomit at a molecular level. They literally consume the odor-causing matter until there's absolutely nothing left.
And the secondary benefit here is absolutely huge. It completely neutralizes hidden pheromones, which is the exact reason pets stop repeat marking the same spot. If you've ever had a pet that just keeps having an accident in the exact same corner of the rug, well, it's because they can still smell the pheromones from the last time, even if you scrubbed it with soap. An enzyme cleaner eliminates those hidden pheromones entirely, finally breaking that frustrating cycle of repeat marking.
Which brings us to our final section, balancing style and pet-friendly living. Because yes, you really can have both. To wrap up our explainer, we've really seen that making smart material choices and establishing quick routines means you absolutely do not have to sacrifice your home style. You can totally have that beautiful wool centerpiece in your living room, the super convenient machine-washable cotton in the bedroom, and the ultra-durable polypropylene out on the patio. By combining these smart choices with a solid vacuuming routine and making sure you have an enzyme cleaner on standby, you are fully equipped to handle whatever your pets track inside. So before you banish your pet from the living room or just settle for a drab home, ask yourself, is the problem your pet or are you just losing the biological warfare on your floors? Happy decorating!